Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a story about what if Naruto is the demi-deity and Artemis. Before I start, please support for more amazing content and do consider subscribing to my channel and share this video with your friends. This is written by SAGEOF6way and link in description and support writer. Let's start the video. The husband and wife talk. It has been almost 2000 years. 1939, Naruto Uzumaki earned the title of champion of the gods. He was the bane of every monster in the world. Naruto was content with his life. He was given a temple to use but rarely enjoyed its use. He preferred to live with mortals moving where the height of civilization moved. In Manhattan a blond man was heading to his car. Thunder was heard above his head. Wonder what has him upset. Heading to the nearest university he enters and signs his name. I need to speak to Annabelle, said the blonde. Can I ask when she is free? Her off time is in 10 minutes, said the registrar. Naruto heads to the professor's room. It has been a while Annabelle, said the blonde. It's good to see you again Naruto, said the female. You heard the thunder? Yes, said Naruto. Is it an argument? Last I heard, I'm blowing off steam, said Annabelle. Your wife is wondering when you're going to meet her. I sent her a message a few days ago, said Naruto. She is at a meeting with the other. They want us there, said the Annabelle. Understood. The two disappear in a light. In Olympus, Naruto walked up to the gods. Greeting, said the blonde. I heard you all wanted to meet me. Zeus looked up. We have been in a meeting about you for a few months, said the king of God. As you're aware, Hercules' domain has been left void for several thousand years. You renounced his godhood after his betrayal, said Naruto. I fail to see where that involves me. We are getting to that, said Artemis. We have decided to give you his godhood and his temples. Naruto stood stunned. I don't know if I should accept. I qualify. That is why we are giving you the position, said Athena. Your humility is what tipped the vote. It's up to you. Even though you have refused for 1,000 years. We no longer making it an option. I will accept this position then, said Naruto. I am honored. Rise Naruto Uzumaki, god of strength, endurance and cunning, said Zeus. Naruto was walking toward the exit. Naruto, shouted a voice. Turning around he sees Artemis. How have you been? I am okay, said Naruto. It's good to be in your presence again. Artemis eyes. Sometime you're an ass. That is why I have married you, said Naruto. You keep me honest. The two walked down to the exit. Why did you agree to marry me? Asked Artemis. Even though you know you can't have sex with me. Simple, it's cause I love you, said Naruto. You are the goddess of maidenhood, I can't take that away from you. Artemis looks down. You are different than most men. I want you to be happy. I am not following, said Naruto. Artemis closes the distance and kisses him on the lips. There is a rule about people married to virgin goddess. I was talking to father about it and the lack of pleasure you are experiencing. He state that you can marry a mortal woman and be involved in that child's life. Naruto shakes his head. I don't care about that. You remember the oath I took when I accepted you as my wife. You will always be my one and only love. Why you eight are too good for me, said Artemis. Why would you say that? Asked Naruto. I know the sacrifice I had to make to marry you and I don't regret it. But what about any children? Asked Artemis. Your hunter are my children and Zo is my annoying big sister, said Naruto. I have everything I need here. I do want you to be happy, said Artemis. You're not listening love, said Naruto. I am the luckiest man alive. End of discussion. You're so hard-headed, said Artemis without any bite. If you ever decide to have a mortal wife. I will still be your first wife. Don't we have to take your hunter to the battlefield, said Naruto. The newer ones to experience the savagery of war. Agreed, said Artemis. Naruto was in Germany 1960. The war had just ended almost 2 decades and the blonde was disgusted by the Soviets' treatment of Germany's civilian. As a god he took the role of lawyer to protect the civilian as best he can. He found it hard to protect his clients from the corrupt government in East Germany with mortal means. Using his powers as a god, he was able to turn most death penalties to exile to West Germany or complete acquittal. He has gone by the name of Wilhelm Uslik. Naruto stayed true to his oath with Artemis and refused to marry or have an affair even though Artemis said it was okay. 1970 Naruto was in a forest in New York and watched as a female with red hair was attacked by a bat creature. Taking his bow he shoots the creature in the head killing it. He walked to the demigod who looked about 15 on the ground. He walked to her. Are you alright? Asked Naruto. Who are you? Asked the female. I am Uzumaki Naruto, said the blonde. What is your name? Caramello, said the female. Why was that thing after me? Naruto sees a female on the ground. He noticed she had the same color hair as the female. I see, said the blonde. Have you studied about the Greek gods? Touched upon in school, said Sarah. Why? Have you met your father? Asked Naruto. Never knew him, mother said he had to leave to protect me, said Sarah. I see. Your father is a god, said Naruto. Who I am not sure. But you are a demigod. How can I know you telling the truth? Asked Sarah. Did your mother say anything about where she was going? Asked Naruto. She told me there is a summer camp I was going to go to, said Sarah. I will take you. I know the camp she was talking about, said Naruto. It's 20 miles away. I will protect you till you get there. I don't have a choice, do I? Asked Sarah. Everyone has a choice, said Naruto. I am giving you the best choice. Then I will go with you, said Sarah. The two traveled to Strawberry Farm. The camp is hidden from most mortal, said Naruto. We will be entering the boundaries of the camp. The two get past the boundary and are greeted by a half-horse half-man creature. Another demigod. Asked the centaur. Her mother was killed and IU was in the area and saved her, said Naruto. Sarah, this is the activities director Chiron. You're a centaur? She asked. Trainer of heroes. That is right, said Chiron. I guess you gave her the rundown, my lord. I did, and please don't call me that, said Naruto. Lord? Asked Sarah. Naruto is a newly minted god of strength, endurance and cunning, said Chiron. You should show him respect. He earned my respect. He did not get it automatically, said Sarah. Naruto smiles. I like your style, Sarah, said the blonde. The other gods are more arrogant, so I would tread carefully with them. I understand. My lord, said Sarah. Naruto groans. This is your fault, Chiron, he said. Sarah, just call me Mr. Uzumaki. That respectful enough. Yes, Mr. Uzumaki, said Sarah. I will leave her in your capable hands, said Naruto. End chapter. Chapter 2. The year is 1972. Naruto was walking in Chicago. In his long life he has seen the horrors of mortal and gods. After being given godhood, he used his temples across the land as a waypoint for demigods looking to go to Camp Half-Blood. He continuously trained his body in jutsu. He had made a point to spar with most of the Olympian gods. His favorite sparring partner was Ares. He fought Poseidon near the ocean in one of the most one-sided beatdown Naruto was ever given. Naruto was summoned to Olympus. Walking the halls, the blonde hear a shouting match. Zeus has quite the temper, thought the blonde. He enter and sees the other gods in their chair, -1. He notices the tension between Poseidon and Zeus. You called for me? Artemis eyes. Thanks for coming, husband, she said. As you are aware that Camp Half-Blood trains demigods. I want you to go to the camp and become its deputy director. What about Dionysus? Asked Naruto. Though he's still under punishment by Lord Zeus. The king of the gods, My son is not very effective at his job. I need you to pick up the slack and help Chiron. He has done a great job, but he needs help. I will head there after this meeting, said Naruto. Will it be for the summers or all year? Just the summer, said Zeus. Naruto bows and walks away. He is grabbed by Artemis and pulled into a hug. It's good to see you again, husband. I love you, Artemis, said Naruto. We should go someplace nice. After this summer, said Artemis. The two kiss. I love you. I love you more, said Naruto. I got 2 days to head to the camp. Naruto appeared at Camp Half-Blood and went straight to the big house. A fat man with an unkempt was lazy around. Naruto smiles. It's good to see you again, Mr. D. Great you're here, said the man. I guess I should say welcome. Always the gentleman, said Naruto. Where's Chiron? He is in his cabin, said the god of wine. Walking around the camp, Naruto sees the girl he saved several years ago. Mr. Uzumaki, said Sarah. Hello, Sarah, said Naruto. You look lovely. How have you been? I am good, said Sarah. Chiron offered me a permanent position as a trainer. Congrats, said Naruto. I saw your quest statistics. 50 quests successful. In 2 years. Most of them have been rescuing demigods and bringing them to camp, said Sarah. Impressive nonetheless, said Naruto. Over the years Naruto has proven himself valuable teacher to the demigod. Survival skills, fighting with different weapons and hand-to-hand. Another summer was winding down and the blonde was making plans to leave the camp. Chiron walked up. It was great having you here, said the trainer. I enjoyed training this fine young man and woman, said Naruto. I will be back next summer. Naruto started a business several years ago. It was a small diner on Long Island. He had still refused to find a mortal woman to marry. Naruto was at his restaurant when a brown-haired female walks in. He motions his staff to take care of the tables. Greeting, how can I help you? I would like a table, some place near the hearth. Naruto frowned and understood who this lady was. Right this way, said Naruto. Something wrong, Hestia? He whispered. Was hoping I could talk to you, said the female. There is a table in the back with a nice view of the city and mist, said Naruto speaking in code. Thank you, said the eldest goddess. The two walked to the back. What's wrong? Asked Naruto. Zeus has a mission for you? Said Hestia. You know the son of Hermes? Asked the goddess. After Talia was almost killed, Luke found his way to Camp Half-Blood. Not sure why that's an issue, said Naruto. Everyone but Hermes is concerned about giving him a quest. He has become arrogant, said Hestia. Has the quest been given? Asked Naruto. It has been a week since Luke picked his team. He has refused the advice of both Chiron and the older campers, said Hestia. Do you think he has compromised the quest? Yes, said Hestia. I will find Luke and observe, said Naruto. I will conceal the quest if I need to. I will teleport to him tomorrow. Hestia nods her head. Food is here. Naruto was borderline pissed. He had caught up to the demigod at the Garden of Hesperides and noticed that Luke disregarding his teammates and went up ahead to the dragon, no plan or strategy. The dragon guarding the tree went to attack the other demigod, forcing Naruto to spring into action. He blocked the flames and glared at the foolish demigod. Luke, I am ordering the quest to be finished, said Naruto. Luke was about to retort. Your quest has failed, said Naruto. I will tell you what you did wrong later. Back at the camp, Luke threw a hissy fit, demanding to know why God interfered. This was my quest to prove myself, shouted Luke. What were you trying to prove? Asked Naruto calmly. You failed to listen to the words of those more experienced. They tried to give you advice about the past with this quest and how it was completed. That quest was an insult. It was already completed, said Luke. That quest is given for a reason, said Naruto. It given because has been completed. Quests that have been done are given to test leadership qualities of quest leader. You know what? You don't have matured to lead a quest. I could have completed it if I had better quest members, said Luke. You quest member were the best options you could have picked. 2. It's up to the leader to make sure everyone make it back alive, said Naruto. I have been called to a meeting with the other gods. Naruto was thinking back to his argument with Luke as he was heading to Olympus. He got to the chamber and bow respectively. Naruto, glad you made it back, said Zeus. What is your report on the quest? I got there or Luke was fighting the dragon, Landon, said Naruto. With all due respect, Hermes, your son is arrogant. The messenger god sighed. We have had a strained relationship. I told Luke he failed the quest. He assumed I was belittling him, said Naruto. He rushed Landon without any plan. I already talked to him at camp and I can tell you he is not mature enough for any quest in the foreseeable future. We got your report and will vote on how to proceed from here, said Zeus. Naruto bows and leaves. Naruto was at his diner. He had just opened when a very beautiful female walks in. She had stunning black hair. He sees most of his staff is busy, so he walks up to her. Greeting, my name is Naruto Uzumaki. Can I take your order? Urban, she said. With water. Of course. Naruto walked into the back kitchen. He was currently at the register when the door swung open. A big man who looked like a walrus marched up to the young lady's table. Sally, he said. What are you doing here? I just stopped off to get some dinner, said the female. Naruto eyes narrowed. Where is my dinner? Shouted the man, getting in the female face. Naruto goes around counter and walks to the table. Excuse me, sir, said Naruto. I would like you to leave my diner. The man spins around. Stay out of this, punk. Naruto nods his head as a worker discreetly helps the woman out of her seat and rushes her to the back room. The man, attention fully on Naruto. I won't ask again, sir. The man snarls. Where is my wife? Naruto grabs the man's shoulder. She is under my protection, said Naruto. His eye turns red. Mortal. Naruto said the last word with a deep voice. You will leave my diner and not harass your wife again. Do I make myself clear? The man's eyes glaze over. In a stupor he walks out. Boss, the young lady is in your office. Thank you, Astra, said Naruto. Please clean that table up. Package the young lady's stuff and bring it to my office. Then you can take the rest of the night off. Naruto walks to the back. He gets to his office and sees the young lady sitting there. Are you okay? Asked Naruto gently. He sits down at the desk. He is going to be mad, said the female. He won't be, said Naruto. The female eyes widen at the familiar sensation. Are you one of them? Naruto raises an eyebrow. What do you think I am? A god? She asked. Naruto places a piece of paper on the door. What I placed is a silencing seal, he said. Before I answer your question. I need to know how you are aware of that. I will know if you're lying. I can't tell you, said the female. My son will be in danger if I reveal it. It makes sense now, said Naruto. Your husband smelled, you're trying to protect your son from monster by masking his scent. You're clever. What are you going to do? Asked a female, scared for her son's life. Naruto opens a drawer and takes out a kunai. This is my kunai. It is made of celestial bronze. However, that is not all it does. The female looks at Naruto. He flips over the kunai, revealing kanji. This is a seal matrix. If you or your sons are ever in danger, throw this on the ground, I will appear. I, though God, were forbidden from interfering in mortal affair, said the female. Most gods, yes, said Naruto. I was given godhood a little over half a century ago, said Naruto. The old law don't apply to me to a greater extent. Meaning? Let's say I have a demigod, said Naruto. I would have to leave them in the care of the mother. But I can raise them by taking a mortal form while with them. Are you the only one who is exempt? Asked the female. Yes, I am the only one, said Naruto. Your husband won't remember what happened here. I altered his memories. He will assume you called my diner for dinner and you're on your way to bring it over. Knock is heard. The food for the young lady is ready, said a young male voice. Thank you, Dan, said Naruto. He hands her the kunai and walks out with her. Can I get your name? Sally Jackson, said the female. A pleasure to meet you, said Naruto. I will have a worker take to your residence. Sally walks out followed by a female worker. Naruto sighs. This is not good, said the blonde, getting a feel for the god from the female. If Zeus found out, shit is going to hit fan. End chapter. Naruto was at Camp Half-Blood. Naruto had kept a close eye on Luke. After his failed quest, the son of Hermes has been distant and mildly hostile. It was the beginning of summer and Naruto knew that he and Hestia could keep Zeus from right out attacking Poseidon for so long. He was thinking back to the meeting he was asked to attend. Flashback. Naruto was walking toward the hunter camp when Artemis approached. How have you been, my love? Asked Naruto. Things have become complicated, said Artemis. The gods want you on Olympus for an emergency meeting. The two teleport to Olympus and make their way to the throne room. Naruto appears with Artemis in the throne room. Naruto, said Zeus. We have a mission for you. Naruto had gotten out of the meeting with the gods. Walking next to Artemis. Something is at work here, said Naruto. You don't think Poseidon was responsible? Asked Artemis. No, I don't, muttered Naruto. He gave you a mission, said Artemis. How are you going to complete it? Naruto sighs. Not sure. It had been a week since Naruto's meeting. Artemis has not heard from her husband for that week and it unnerved her. During that week, a black-haired teen just killed a minotaur after it killed his mother Sally. The blonde-haired female's life was snuffed out. Percy managed to get to Camp Half-Blood. Artemis was starting to get worried. It has been 3 weeks since Naruto vanished. Her brother Apollo sat next to her. I wouldn't worry too much, said the sun god. Out of all the minor god, Naruto is the strongest, equal to some Olympians. The black-haired teen was running up a hill trying desperately to get to the boundary. He turned around and withdrew, and rapier on his side. 10 hellhounds surrounded him. He struck quickly and the sword pierced the hellhound, causing it to vanish. Quickly taking up a defensive position, the teen dodges the hellhound spinning on his heel, slashes the hound on the side. Using several quick thrusts, he takes out a third one. Slowly the teen continues his battle while slowly making his way up the hill. The hounds see what he is up to and cut him off. Maldition, he cussed in Espanol. Several arrows hit the hellhounds. Blonde-haired female teen runs up. You alright? Asked the girl. Gracias, senorita, said the teen. Would you know where Camp Half-Blood is? Where campers follow me, said the female. Name is Annabeth Chase. Relation to Senor Frederick Chase? Asked the teen. He's my father, how do you know him? I read his paper and thesis on World War II and scenarios that could have changed the war, said the teen. I am Inigo Montoya. To answer your next question, yes, he did my kill father, and yes, he is going to die. I assume you know you're a demigod? Asked Anna. See, said the teen. My father slept with a goddess and had me. The two walked to camp. I guess you don't need orientation, said Annabeth. No, senorita, said Inigo. Each cabin is built for a god or goddess of Olympus. He looks around. Interesting, said Inigo. We have to take you to the director of the camp, Mr. D, said Anna. The teen follows Annabeth. Inigo looks around. They get to a big cabin. Mr. D, said Annabeth, I brought a new demigod. Thank you, Alex, said Mr. D. Say her name incorrectly. I will talk to him privately. An hour later, Inigo was walking around camp. A black-haired female with a bunch of male teens walk up to. Fresh meat, she said. Can I help you, senorita? Asked Inigo. I lead the initiation squad, she said. Name is Clarice. I see, said the teen. What is your hazing ritual? A spar, said the female. You verse all of us. I refuse, said Inigo. It's not a fair fight. Why scared? I am stating facts, said Inigo. You will need your whole cabin to even make me sweat. Walking away, Inigo sees one of the teen rush him from the corner of his eye. Blocking the punch, Inigo put the aggressor in a sleeper hold, knocking him out. The 3 remaining boy rushed to him. Throwing the knocked out teen at charging boy, sending them back. You want to try your luck, Clarice, was it? The female sighs. No. Inigo walks away. Wow, said the female voice of Annabeth. You embarrassed the area's cabin. That girl, said Inigo. I think she has potential to be a great fighter if she cools her hot-headedness. Annabeth looks up and smiles. A symbol of an owl appears over his head. You have been claimed. It's the symbol of Athena, said Inigo. I am glad we could use you for capture the flag, said Annabeth. Inigo looks at her. Training game, she explains. You're the second demigod to arrive. So you had another demigod arrive before me? Percy Jackson, said Annabeth. When is the capture the flag? Tomorrow, said Annabeth. Later that night the campers were at tables. Inigo sat with the Athena cabin. Walking to get his food, the teen saw Annabeth put part of her food in the bone fire. Senorita, may I ask what you're doing? Offering food to the god. I see, said Inigo. He walks up. Athena, Apollo, Artemis, Poseidon, Hades, Aria, Demeter, Hestia, Hera, Aphrodite, Dionysus, Hephaestus, Zeus, Hermes, I offer my meal to the gods. He is left with a small plate of food. Why give your food to every god? Asked Annabeth. If I gave my offering to one the rest would be offended, said Inigo. I would like stay in their good graces. Next day Inigo was taken to the forges. I don't think I need armor, have anything leather. Luke looked at the teen. Why? Inigo sighed. My style requires speed not power, said the teen. We have some, said Luke. Annabeth walked to Inigo. What is your plan? Annabeth looked at the map in her hand. I have sent Percy border patrol, said Annabeth. I would like you to scout nearby and harass the enemy. You're using Percy as bait? Asked Inigo. I should shadow Percy and help with diversion. That is not wise, said Annabeth. Leaving a new recruit to face more experienced enemies is better. Asked Inigo. I will compromise. First 10 minutes I will harass the enemy, afterward I will assist Percy. Fine, said Annabeth with a sigh. That would be better. Tyron gallops up and blows the horn. Campers ready. Inigo went towards the opposing lines. Jumping down he lands in the middle of some Apollo's kids. He grabs arrows out of the air and punches one of the demigods. In a dance of moves he takes out the advance forces. Grabbing some ropes he ties them up and walks away. Percy was having a bad day. He was ordered for border patrol and was quickly attacked by the Ares cabin led by Clarice. Payback time, said the female camper. I think we should even out the odds, said a voice. A figure jumps down. Inigo appears. How about it, tough guys want a piece of me? The 4 burly campers turn around. I wanted some payback for what you did, said one of the guys. Swinging his sword it hits the ground as Inigo dodges it and struck true and disarmed him. Inigo punches him, knocking him out. Disappointing. Locking another sword slash, Inigo knocks the other one out with the pummel of his rapier. Slashing the other camper, making a big enough cut to make him pass out from the pain. Turning around Inigo hears the horn. Looks like we won. Inigo turns his head. Percy, I need you and Clarice to grab them and go. We are about to have company. Priam's eyes narrow. Grab my bow. Inigo gets in front of Percy. A hellish growl is heard. He quickly unsheathes his rapier. 3 hellhound rush out of the foliage. Inigo slash one, turning it to gold dust. The second one tries to jump at the teen, however it is sent back with lariat by Inigo. Dodging to the side Inigo stabs the other hellhound, sending it back from whence it came. The last hellhound got up after being struck. It is quickly shot by an arrow thanks to Chiron. Inigo turns to face the 2. Are you 2 okay? Yeah, said Percy. That was amazing. With proper training anyone can do it, said Inigo. The light shines over Percy's head. A symbol of a trident. All hail Percy, son of Poseidon, the god of the sea, horses and the earth shaker. Said Chiron, everyone including Inigo bow. Inigo looked on as Percy was claimed. Turning away he walked to the Athena cabin. A few hours later the campers were assembled outside the big house. Inigo walks to Chiron. What's going on? Percy is issued a quest, said the trainer of heroes. Affinity for horse, water heals him and he can control the element himself, said Inigo. I figured it out during the stall incident. The quest has 3 members. I would like you to go, said Chiron. That would make 4 of use, said Inigo. Always loved breaking the rules. Percy, said Inigo. I was giving permission to join the quest. Annabeth looked at Inigo. But the rules state. Rules that can be broken can surely be bent, said Inigo. I will join you on this quest as a support role and advisory. Percy walks up. I can use another person who is experienced. So where are we heading? Asked Inigo. Who else has to gain from a war? Asked Chiron. Hades, said Percy. Inigo narrows his eyes. Where is the underworld? Los Angeles, said Annabeth. That's a problem, said Inigo. Flying is out of the question. Percy looks at the older teen. Why? Who controls the skies? Asked Inigo. Percy's eyes widen in realization. Zeus. How are we getting to Los Angeles? Asked Inigo. We can take the bus I suppose, but we could still be attacked. The cab driver will take you to the bus terminal, a man with multiple eyes appears. This is Argus, he will take you as far as he can. Inigo eyes narrowed. This will not be easy. Percy looks at the older teen. What do you mean? Simple, you were attacked by Hades' minion, said Inigo. Why would he attack you? They said I had something, said Percy. Still not following. Think for a minute, you think Hades has the bolt, but he asked for something from you, which mean one of two things, said Inigo. One, he does not have the bolt and think you did take it, or H has had something stolen too. Annabeth's eyes widen. You don't think Hades is responsible? I don't know, but you were all quick to pass judgment without looking at all the angles, said Inigo. We will head to underworld first, but when we arrive allow me to do the talking. The 3 demigod and 1 satyr got in the small camp bus. Inigo was sitting next to Percy. I noticed an issue with your form, said the teen. I will train you in a certain style fitted for your sword style. We don't have time, said Percy. We have several weeks, said Inigo. It will be basic form. We should not lose too much time. Making their way to the Greyhound terminal, the 4 questers get their tickets and sit on the bus. As the bus was pulling out, Percy nudges Inigo. Mrs. Dobbs is here. Wasn't that your teacher? Asked Inigo. We don't have time for a fight. What's the plan? Asked Percy. Let me handle this, said Inigo. He walks over to the 2 women. How are you ladies doing today? I saw you dropped your credit card. The woman looked confused. I don't believe we did, young man. Are you not Mrs. Dobbs? Asked Inigo. It's a bad time to misplace an object of importance. Inigo smiles. What do you want, young man? Asked the woman. I just want to make sure you or anyone you know didn't lose anything, said Inigo. The woman looked at Percy. The helm of darkness has been stolen, said the female. What? Asked Inigo. So we have 2 things that were stolen. We will get it back. He walks back to his group. So? Asked Annabeth. Hades' symbol of power was taken too, said Inigo. That changes the whole situation, said Percy. Stay with the original plan, we can talk to Hades when get to the underworld, said Inigo. The bus engine starts to smoke up. Sorry folks, we have to wait for a tow, said bus driver. Inigo eyes narrow. We will have to find another route. The 4 heroes exit the bus. Where are we? Inigo looks at the sign. Nashville, said Inigo. Good, we're not too far back. It's getting late, said Percy. We should find a safe place to sleep. The hotel, said Inigo as a hotel is seen. I will book us the rooms. After getting the room, Inigo turns to Grover. Grover, I am glad we brought you. Astur looks at Inigo. Why? Your skill navigating the wilderness will be extremely helpful, said Inigo. We leave at dawn. Does anyone want food? You have money? Asked Annabeth. Stay here, I will head to the dining area. Inigo walks down. It's worse than I though, said the teen to a figure. Not sure why Hades never mentioned it, but I think someone is trying to put the gods against each other. Let them know to hold any accusation till we complete the quest. Inigo walks back to the room. Food's here. The 4 wake up at dawn. We have about 1,000 miles to go, said Inigo. I am concerned about the lack of monster attacks. They get to Las Vegas and see a hotel. Inigo eyes narrows. A well-dressed man appears. Greeting, please welcome to the Lotus Hotel. I do apologize, said Inigo. We have to leave, we are on a timetable. They get to a small diner and quickly order. Inigo looks outside and sees a man in a leather jacket pulling up on a Harley. He smiles and sees the groups. I was looking for you. Greeting, Lord Ares, said Inigo. Please sit. I just ordered, would like something. I like you kid, said Ares. I have a deal for you. We don't have time, Lord Ares, said Inigo. Make time, said Ares. I can help you on your quest. We will listen to your request, said Inigo. I left something when I went on a date with my girlfriend, said the god of war. It's my shield. I left it at the amusement park. What do we get in return? Asked Inigo. I can get you a ride to Los Angeles, said Ares. That is a fair trade, said Inigo. You go ahead and take care of Ares' errand. Why aren't you coming? Asked Percy. Seaweed brat, said Ares. You would have a lot more monster attack if Inigo wasn't with you. He calmed both Hades and my father down, therefore limiting the amount monster they would send to 0. Is that true? Asked Percy. Unlike some people, I studied in mythology and theology, said Inigo. I need to talk Lord Ares. The group leaves. Good, they're gone. Inigo looks at the back of his team members. How bad is the situation? Thanks to you, it's calmed down, said Ares flinches. You okay? Asked Inigo. I am okay, just the stress, said Ares. It has moved from threats of open warfare to a cold war between the two. The other gods? Said Inigo. Let's just say don't accept a warm welcome, said Ares. Do you think your team can do it? Give them a few hours, said Inigo. The 2 hours come and gone as both Ares and Inigo meet the three outside the diner. You lured us into a trap, shouted Percy. Of course, said Ares. Why would I bother going when there is a demigod who can do the errand instead? Anyway, I have a ride for you and some items that might help you. Inigo eyes narrowed in suspicion. I appreciate the help, Lord Ares. They get to the truck and quickly stow aboard. Getting on the truck, Percy turns around. Look, said the son of the sea god. Inigo looks around and sees dozens of animal in cages. Inigo growls. Poachers, said the older teen. He noticed that the food attached to each animal was wrong. Had a slab of meat for the zebra. And some veggies for the lion. Going over to the zebra, he take the meat and throws it to the lion, and veggies is given to the zebra. We should rescue them. Inigo looks to the cab of the truck. What are you going to do? Asked Annabeth. I know a certain goddess who hasn't had an offering yet, said Inigo. I don't want to be on her shit list. What are you going to do? Can I borrow your cap, please? Asked Inigo. Annabeth give him the Yankees hat. Putting it on, he turns invisible. Everyone hold one, this might be rough. Jumping on the roof of the truck, he throws out a small orb in front of the truck tires and explodes. The hell happened? Shouted one of the poachers. You two disgust me, said a voice. Your crimes against nature will not go unpunished. They get out and frantically look around. Where are you? One of the guy's head is sent off his shoulder and he falls down, died. A mist rolls in. Convenient a mist for your death. Mercy, said the remaining poacher. How many creature did you murder, said the voice. How many cub did you skin? I will show you the face of the true monster. The man looks up to the flat side of a blade showing his face full of fear. You looking at the worst monster of all. The poacher was silenced as his head was taken off his shoulder. Inigo is seen as he takes off the cap. Taking out a light, he lights it and throws it on the body and moves to dispose of the other body same way. He walks around and helps free the animals. Percy looked at Inigo with fear. Do you fear me? Asked Inigo. You killed them, whispered Percy. I had no choice, said Inigo. They killed animals. Next time it could be a human. A daughter. What if it was your mother? Percy growled. I had you all wrong. I thought you were honorable. In war, you can't be that naive to think your enemy won't do what they have to go do to win, said Inigo. I do apologize for my harsh word. They were out of line. Percy looked up shocked. But you killed them. What I did was too good for them, said Inigo. That did not give me the right to bring you mother into this. I would love to hear about you mother on the way to the underworld. Grover walks over to Inigo. Place the blessing of the wild on the animal. They will be safe and find their way back. Grover sniffs. What's wrong? Asked Inigo. I smell a monster, said Grover. Are you able to tell what type? Not that skilled, said Grover. Inigo eyes narrow. I hear a rattling. Take Percy and Annabeth and head to Los Angeles. I will hold off this monster. Percy and Annabeth runs up. What type of monster are we facing? You three are leaving, said Inigo. I will hold off this creature. But, said Percy. No buts, said Inigo. I will caretake of this and meet you later. Percy goes to protest but sees the look in Inigo eyes. Let's go. They quickly leave as Inigo frowns. I don't see anything, thought the teen. Underground. He dodges as a tail comes out of the sands and slams where Inigo was. It can't be that monster. Scorpus. A giant scorpion emerges. It was easily 2 feet tall. It's not the original, said Inigo. It should be in the sky. The hell is going on? Inigo pulls out several orbs and throws them, creating a smoke screen. In a burst of speed not seen in a demigod, he slashes a tail but is knocked back by the power of the monster. Guess it won't be easy. Taking the monster form, Inigo sees a chink in a tough hide. His eye go from black to silver as he takes a hunting knife in his hand and throws a flashbang, blinding the creature. Throwing the hunting knife, it hits the giant scorpion in between the cracks in its hide, causing it immense pain. Inigo, seeming his moment, rushes and stabs his rapier in the monster eyes, turning it to dust. A claw is all that's left of the scorpion as a trophy. After taking the claw, he walks away. Percy finally got to Los Angeles with Annabeth and Grover. Inigo walks up. Good, we all made it. Inigo, you're alright, said Annabeth. So what's the plan? Asked Inigo. We know Hades doesn't have the bolt, said Percy. We should just get information from him to help with investigation. Let's go. The group heads into a building called Doa Studios. The inside was more or less dreary looking. Very little light. They get to a security station. Good day, sir, said Inigo. The man looks up. Pale skin and yellow eyes. Can I help you? Hey, you're that fairy dude, said Percy. Inigo mentally face palms and sigh. I have a name, said the man. Percy eyes squint. Chiron. No, Percy, it's Charon, said Inigo. He turns his attention back to the boatman. It is urgent we speak to Lord Hade. Do you have an appointment? "It is urgent we speak to him pertaining to his helm," said Inigo. "If you would clear it with him." Jaren gets on a small radio. "I will ferry them across," he said in the radio. "Hop in." The four get in the boat and shove off. Percy looked at the water seeing all sorts of trash. They get across. "I trust you will find your way to the throne room." The four walk following Inigo. "Do you know where we are going?" asked Percy. Inigo eyes turn a bright hue of yellow for a split second before reverting back. "Yes, I do." Annabeth didn't know what she was feeling. This warmth around her body. It felt familiar, but it only lasted a split second. "I felt." They get to an area with 3 lines. "What?" asked Percy. "Nothing to see here, Percy," said Inigo. "I believe they judge the dead here." Up ahead they see a giant 3-headed Rottweiler. "We don't have time for this," said Annabeth. "That is Cerberus." "I have read the legend, it can be sent into a slumber if you play calming music," said Inigo. He reaches into a back bag and pulls out a small piccolo. "Let me handle this." Playing a slightly high tunes but calming music, the guard of the underworld sways with the notes. Its eyes getting heavy as it falls down, crushing some spirits. It quickly starts to snore. Annabeth's eyes widen as Inigo lead them through the underground. "How do you know your way around?" asked Annabeth. "It will become clear later," said Inigo as his eyes turned bright yellow for a split second, causing Annabeth to gasp. "I see you have figured it out." "Why not tell us?" she whispered. "Why should I?" asked Inigo. "Don't presume to order me around, daughter of Athena." They quickly arrive outside the throne room. In front are World War II soldiers with semi-automatic rifle. "He must not have trouble with salesmen," joked Percy. "Percy, please don't joke," said Inigo before. They would find their way to harass Lord Hade. Solicitors are persistence. The guards blocked the entrance. "Let us pass," said Inigo. "We need to talk to Lord Hades." The two move to the side and the group walks in. Sitting on a throne was a black-haired man glaring at the group. "You looking well," said Hade. "Lord Hade," said Inigo taking a knee. "I don't know who took you Helmer the Bolt. But I know who had it." "You have my interest," said the Lord of the Dead. "It came into Ares' possession, but the bolt was given to Percy unknowingly," said Inigo. "I believe he still has you Helm." Percy looked at Inigo. "I don't have the bolt." "You didn't have the bolt," said Inigo. "It's in the bag Ares gave you." Hades leans closer. "Please open your bag, Mr. Jackson." "But," start Percy. "Please, Percy," said Inigo. "Just open your bag." Percy opens his bag. And is shocked as a metallic spear is revealed. Made of celestial bronze. "But I didn't feel anything while entering." "I see," said Inigo. "Here is my deal. You have the soul of Percy, Mother Sally Jackson." "I do," said Hade. "We will bring you the helm in exchange. I would like you to release Mrs. Jackson," said Inigo. "I could just order you to do it," said Hade. "You could," said Inigo. "You are a parent. Think of your daughter if you were to never appear before here. Imagine how much pain she would feel." "You bring up a good point," said Hade. "I accept your terms." "Have the Furies ready to retrieve the helm after we deal with Ares," said Inigo. "It will take too long to get them to exit." Percy takes out 3 pearls. "Will these help?" asked Percy. "That will do," said Hades. "You 3 leave. I need to talk to Inigo." "What?" asked Percy. "We can't leave him." "Don't worry about me, Percy," said Inigo. "I will join you shortly." Percy hands Annabeth and Grover the pearls and they throw them down. They disappear. Hades looks at Inigo. "Inigo, that was the best allies you could come up with, Naruto?" asked Hades. "So what are the chances of them winning?" "Dude, spoiler alert," said the now named Naruto. A bright light engulfs Inigo's body and standing in front of Hades was a blond man blazing yellow eyes. "Let's watch the proceeding." "Turn your attention to the viewing globe," said Hades. Naruto sigh. A Power Ranger reference. The battle was interesting. Percy was able to disarm Ares. Why is Ares holding his punches? "It is concerning," said Naruto. "It means he is partial fighting whatever control someone has placed him in." "I see why you're worried," said Hades. Naruto sees the shadows a few building away. "I will be back," said Naruto. A few building away, a man growled to himself. "How dare that brat derail my lord's plans," said the man. "What are those plans, Hercules?" said a voice making the former god veins freeze. "You," said the Hercules. "It's your fault. I lost my godhood." "Last I remember is you betrayed Olympus," said the voice. "Your father gave you one too many chances. I would not have kept your eternal youth." "You will not stop the crooked one," said Hercules. The figure's eyes widen. "Even you can be surprised." "You could say that," said the voice. "I am surprised at how stupid you are for team up with him and self-incriminating yourself. Goodbye." The sword is sent into Hercules' chest and the former hero dies quickly. The battle with Ares was starting to heat up until he blinks. "The hell is going on?" said the god of war. "Ares," said the same voice. "Glad to see you're back to your senses." Naruto? Asked Ares. What do you remember? Asked the blonde. I found the thief, said Ares. After that I blacked out. Who are you? Asked Percy. Hey Percy, said Naruto. All will be explained in Olympus. What about Hades? Asked Percy. The blonde walks up to the cloak and grabs it. The one known as Mrs. Dobbs flies down and grabs it. Remind Hades to keep his end of the deal, said the blonde to the woman, nods her head and flies off. Naruto turns to Ares, please take the kids back to Olympus. I will join you shortly. Ares nods and hold on the Percy shoulder with Grover and Annabeth and they disappear. Naruto disappears shortly, leaving a scarred battlefield and civilian with their mind wiped. Olympus was in an uproar as Percy was in front of the gods. Father, said Percy bowing to Poseidon. Shouldn't address the lord of the house? Asked a white-haired man. Let the boy greet his father, said a voice. Naruto appears in a yellow flash. Lord Zeus, I am ready for my debrief. Percy turns to Naruto. You the guy? This form might be better, said Naruto. He transformed in a bright light into Inigo. I liked you as a blonde, said a curvy goddess. You know I am married Aphrodite, said the now black-haired teen. I am sure your wife wouldn't mind, said the love goddess. I would mind. Get back bitch, said a female voice. A brown-haired woman with silver highlights. After this meeting you have a 10-minute head start. The Inigo was sweating bullets. Now honey. Please not the face. He is sent flying across the room. I forgive you. You're still taking me out. Yes honey, said Inigo before he reverts back to his blonde form. A whipping sound is heard. Hermes, you don't have the balls to do that to her face. Let's get on with the debriefing, grumbled an annoying Zeus. Lord Zeus, said Percy. Your symbol of power. Percy takes out the lightning bolt. You have done me a great service, said Zeus. Now if you don't mind I need to cleanse it. I will give you my report later, said Naruto. Zeus teleport in a flash of lightning. Always with the theatrics. The god teleport out. I will talk you at Camp Half-Blood, said Naruto. I will leave you two to talk in private. Outside Naruto sees Artemis. It's good to see you, whispered the blonde. The two share a kiss. I am sorry I worried you. It's alright, said the goddess. I will pick you up tomorrow morning, said Naruto. I will treat you like the goddess you are. Percy walks out. My father told me who you are. Lord Naruto, said the teen with a bow. Unlike most gods. You don't call me Lord. Just call me Mr. Uzumaki, said Naruto. I have a score to settle with your stepfather. Naruto walked up to Percy's apartment and saw Sally. Mrs. Jackson, said the blonde. It's a pleasure to see you again. My lord, said Sally. Mrs. Jackson. I want to ask you a question about what you want to do, said Naruto. Why do you want to know? Humor me, said Naruto as he stretches his senses. Sally, what the hell is going? Shouted Gabe. You should be dead. Sally's eyes show fear. Gabe, she whispers his fear. Who are you? Asked Gabe. Doesn't matter. He grabs Sally's wrist. I recommend you release your wife from your grip, said Naruto. This is none of your goddamn business, said the walrus-looking man. A cold fear grips the man's heart. He finds himself lifted up by one hand. You don't know how lucky you are, said the blonde. If half the thing I heard about her are true, you are lucky she would look in your direction. You are not worthy of her love, said the blonde. With your permission, Mrs. Jackson. But Percy, said the female. Can protect himself fine, and he will be given my blessing, said Naruto. You don't have to deal with physical and emotional abuse this scum has brought you. Sally nods his head. Sally, you can't, gasped Gabe. Enough out of you, said Naruto. Please turn away, Mrs. Jack, and take you son upstairs. She does as told as Naruto enter his divine form, making the man burst up into gold dust and designates. Naruto brushes his hand of the remaining dust. You're fine, Mrs. Jackson. Your son has told me you want to be a writer. There is a small house I bought for you, everything is paid for, and you will get a letter in the mail, said Naruto. Your son is a brave young man, the length he was willing to go to bring you back. Have a good day. Naruto disappears. In a flash of light. Naruto was currently walking down Boston. The blonde always enjoyed history. He goes to the Boston harbor and remember being with the colonist as they tossed the tea. Looking from the corner of eye he sees a young child no older than 8 looking at him. No one should be able to see me, thought the blonde. I sense a small amount of godly essence. With a disarming smile. Please young lady, I don't bite, said Naruto. The small girl has black hair. Where are your parents? I am sorry sir, I haven't eaten, said the young girl. I see, said the blonde. I will treat you to a hot meal. The girl looks hesitant. Anything I want. Yes, said Naruto. What would you like? Pizza, said the girl. There is a place nearby, said Naruto. The two get to Italio Pizza and sit down. Can I ask your name? Beth, said the girl. Do you know where your parents are? I am an orphan, said the girl. The orphanage didn't feel safe. What do you mean? Asked Naruto. I look dark, said the girl. I see, said Naruto. What can you tell about me? Why? I want to test something, said Naruto. Fire, but the one who gives warmth and won't harm, said the girl. I see, said Naruto. He closes his eyes. Are you okay? Asked the girl. I didn't do anything wrong, did I? You did nothing wrong, said Naruto. I am Naruto Uzumaki. What do you know of Greek mythology? Like gods and monster? Asked the girl. I have been reading since I was 6. I believe you're a demigod, said Naruto. As to your godly parent, I have my suspicion. Then what will I do? Asked the girl. Being a demigod is dangerous, said Naruto. Surprised you haven't been attacked by monster yet. Monster? Asked the girl frightened. Yes, said Naruto. I am going to call my wife. She will be better at explaining things to you. A few minutes Artemis walks in. You called Naruto? The two look at each other, have a silent conversation. I did, said the blonde. Beth, this is my wife. Hello Beth, my name is Artemis, said the woman. She kneels down. My husband told me that you were able to see him. Why is that a big deal? Asked the girl. I was supposed to be hidden from mortal presence. I used a skill known as the mist, said Naruto. If you were able to see, that means one of two things: you are a clear-sighted mortal or a demigod. I see, so I am freak? Asked the girl. You're not a freak. Don't say it, don't even think it, said Naruto. I can have her join the hunt, said Artemis. She goes to Camp Half-Blood. She is too young, said Naruto. For which one? Both, said Naruto. I can call in a favor, but it's not guaranteed. Taking out a phone, Naruto here ringing. Hi Sally, it's Naruto. I have a favor to ask. Beth, I have a friend who has a demigod son, said Naruto. There are 3 choices. What are they? Asked Beth. First, I can take you to Camp Half-Blood, which is a training ground for demigod. You would be the youngest member ever, said Naruto. They train you in combat. 2, you can join Artemis's hunt, said Naruto. She will take you if you wish, but same with the camp, you will be trained to fight and hunt. You be put through the paces. The third option is I have a friend who is a demigod. I just talked to his mother and she has promised me will take care of you as her own daughter. You will have a stable home and big brother. You will have to go to Camp Half-Blood when you are 13. If your friend is nice, then I will go with that option, said the girl. Artemis, would you like to come? I have to head back to the hunt, said Artemis. Remember the meeting in 5 hours. Naruto and Beth appeared at a 2-story house in Long Island. Knocking on the door. It opens, a female walks out. How are you, Sally? Asked Naruto. Lord Naruto, said the female. It's good to see you again. This the young lady, said Naruto, pushing the girls forward slightly. She will not harm you. My name is Beth, ma'am, said the girl. Let me introduce you to my son, said Sally. Percy, can you come down? The black-haired teen walks down. Hi Naruto, he said, which get a smack from Sally. Show him respect, Percy, said Sally. It's alright, said Naruto. If you don't mind, I would like to get a room ready. Please come in, said Sally. Beth, why not talk to Sally and her son so they can get to know you? Naruto heads upstairs and sees an empty room. With a snap of his finger, several furniture appears. A queen-size bed, desk, bookshelf with a ton of different book. A wall TV appeared. He smiles and walks down. Your room is ready. Thank you, Mr. Naruto, said Beth. Percy, can you take Beth to her room? I need to talk to Sally, said Naruto. The 2 kids walks upstairs. Sally turns to Naruto. Thank you, Naruto, for everything, said the female. Sally, I hold you in high respect, said Naruto. You never give up on Percy even if it brought you hardship. That's nice of you to say, said Sally. She hugs Naruto. I don't want your wife to kill me. But I think you deserve a hug. Find someone who loves you, said Naruto. You deserve your own happy ever after. She looks away, a blush on her face. About that, she said shyly. Did my friend finally find someone? Asked Naruto. Yes. He is my professor for Rider, said Sally. Scandalize, said Naruto with a warm smile. I wonder how much Aphrodite would pay for this information. You better not, said Sally, well aware of the love goddess gossiping nature. My advice is follow your heart and hope he's better than Gabe, said Naruto. Poseidon will approve. He wants you to be happy since he can't do it himself. Thank you, Naruto, said Sally. Not a problem, Sally, said the blonde. I have a meeting in an hour, then I got punishment date with my wife. That's what you get for disappearing, said Sally. I wish I never introduced you, said Naruto with a fake frown. Naruto disappears. Naruto appears on Olympus and walks into the throne room. Sorry I am late, said Naruto with a bow. I found a demigod in Boston. Artemis told us, said Zeus. What is this idea you had? Naruto clears his throat. As you're aware, Luke has betrayed us, said the blonde. Hermes looks down in shame. I am not blaming you, Hermes, but I think I found the issue. What issue? Asked Zeus, lightning dancing in his eyes. The lack of parental guidance from the gods, said Naruto. The divine law, started Zeus. And be bent, said Naruto. You did so for me, did you not? 12 moth in a year. 12 gods, said Naruto. 1 week for that month a god will go to Camp Half-Blood and meet your children. Mingle with the camper. You all seem so distant and cold. I agree with the assessment. But is it possible? Asked Athena. Dionysus is at Camp Half-Blood, said Naruto. You sent him there as punishment. Realization dawns on Athena. I am not following, said Zeus. You bent the rules for the punishment, said Athena. I see your angle. Clever. Thank you, said Naruto. The law says you can't raise you children. But interacting is allowed. We have done it for thousands of years. What about those with no children? Asked Poseidon. They will not be exempt, said Naruto. I like the idea, said Athena. Like a meet and greet. Exactly, said Naruto. We will discuss this later, said Zeus. It has merit. That's all I ask, said Naruto. Naruto teleported out with a bow. In the small camp, Artemis was around a bunch of young girls. She was wearing jean and a t-shirt. Do I look okay? Asked the goddess. You look fine, Milady, said a black-haired female. Don't worry about what that Lord Naruto thinks. Thank you, Zo, said Artemis. He made reservation at a restaurant run by one of Dionysus's children. Naruto appears in a yellow flash. He was wearing a blue polo and jeans. Are you ready, my dear? Be right there, said Artemis from her tent. Naruto looks around. How are you girls doing? We are doing good, Lord Naruto, said a young female about 11 year. She had red hair and freckles. Glad to hear that, Anna, said Naruto. Where are you taking Lady Artemis? Asked another girl with sand hair. She was older, late teens. It's a surprise, said Naruto. Helen. Artemis walks out of her tent. Naruto couldn't help but stare. Mostly at her face. You look nice. I would say you're cheating. Oh, how so? She asked dangerously. Only a goddess of your beauty would look so heavenly, said Naruto. Are you ready? Naruto puts his arm out. Always, said the goddess of the hunt. They disappeared. In San Francisco. The couple was walking down the road. They get to a steakhouse. I am reservation for 2 under Uzumaki, said Naruto. The man with brown hair smiles. Would you and you date please follow me? Mr. Uzumaki. They follow the host to a table. I will have the server bring you drinks. Thank you, said Naruto. Another man walks up. Greeting Mr. Uzumaki and you too, Mrs. Uzumaki. My name is Dylan, I will take you order. The two order their meals and the waiter walks away. Artemis looks around. Nice atmosphere, said the goddess. How did you find this place? Athena came here and raved about how good it was, said Naruto. I thought I would try it one and came for lunch. I was very impressed. Let's see if it is as good as you say, said Artemis. Artemis, said Naruto. The goddess turns to Naruto. I am a lucky man. You know that. Naruto, ever since I saved you, you have always surprised me with kindness, your love for nature and me, said Artemis. You are the only god who has stayed true to our marriage oath. You have been given chances to have children yet you stay loyal. I never want to hurt those I love, said Naruto. I know you gave me the okay to date other women, but I never will. What did you think of my idea? I think it has potential, said Artemis. You will have convinced my father. The waiter come back with the steaks. Please enjoy the steaks, said Dylan with a smile. Thank you, said Naruto. The man gets in the middle of makeshift stage. Welcome on and all, and I want to welcome our band for the night. The solar flare. 5 male teen and 2 female walk on stage. I heard of this from Apollo, said Naruto. Those are his kids. Thank you, San Fran, said the male lead. We will be starting with slow dance. If you're a couple please don't be shy and dance. They start to play a song that catches Naruto's ear. I like the song, said Naruto. He gets up. Would you like to dance, my love? Artemis' brain shut down. Without knowing it she takes Naruto's hand. I am not good in dancing, she whispers. Just follow my lead, whispered Naruto as he leads her to the floor. His eyes wander to the window with a small smirk. Outside several hunters were spying on the pair. Zo, what do you see? Asked another female. Lady Artemis is dancing, said a shocked Zo as she lowered her binoculars. She doesn't know how to dance, said another hunter. I got to see this. Zo hand off the item to the other hunter. Naruto was leading the dance between him and Artemis. You're doing fabulous, whispered the blonde. Dancing is no different than fighting. They continue to slow dance till the end of the song. Thank you, love, whispered Artemis. I just sensed your hunt outside, said Naruto with a smile. Artemis' eyes narrow. Why did they follow us? Don't be too hard on them, said Naruto. I respect that. They love you dearly and want to make sure you're safe and happy. Still, said Artemis. Naruto kisses her on the lips. She sends Naruto a pout. Not fair. I need to keep you calm one way or another, said Naruto. I think that was the best method. Consider yourself lucky, you're the only man I would allow to kiss me, said Artemis. A member of the band walks up. How are you, Lord Uzumaki? Aunt Artemis, said the male. It's good to see you again, Robert, said Naruto. I have a gift from your father. For me? Asked Robert. It's for the band. He is not allowed to deliver it due to divine law. He asked me too, said Naruto. He takes out an envelope. Robert opens it and his eyes widen. Tell Dad I appreciate it. It will help our band a lot. Naruto nods his head. You seven are very talented. Robert bow. Thank you. The two leave the restraint. Did you enjoy yourself? Asked Naruto. You made me feel like just regular mortal, said Artemis. I had a lot of fun. The two kiss and teleport away. Naruto was at Camp Half-Blood. He had just got out of a meeting with the Olympians. Deciding to spend time with both the demigods and Hunter equally, the blonde god made a schedule. So here he in front of Claris, Annabeth and the son of Apollo, Lee Fletcher. You three are quite brave, said Naruto. We will start with a survival training. The three campers look at each other. Naruto grabs two bells and ties them to his waist. All you have to do is take these bells, said Naruto. The one who does not will be ordered to clean the camp from top to bottom in a frilly pink maid dress. Naruto grin becomes manic. There is only two bell, said Claris. Naruto smirks becomes more terrifying. Claris knew she done fucked up with that comment. That is great analytical skill you have. You must be the daughter of Athena, said Naruto. Claris blushes in embarrassment. Now to answer your next question. I have weakened myself to a level you can fight and maybe win. Naruto eyes the area. The whole camp will be watching. Try your best, 3 hours is the limit. If you weakened yourself to our level any one of us can take, said Claris. You know what they said. A dog's bark is worse than their bite, said Naruto. I did not peg you as bitch. The daughter of the war god saw red and charged the weakened god. Naruto grabs her spear and quickly puts a knife up to her throat. Fast, thought Annabeth. So impatient. I didn't say start, said Naruto. On the count of 3 you may begin. 1, 2, 2.5, 2 3/4. Claris tries to wiggle out of his grasp. I am keeping your spear. 3. Naruto disappears releasing Claris. Looking around she notices her spear is gone. That asshole. She runs off. Lee disappears in the forest, leaving Annabeth by herself. Her eyes narrow as she thinks about the training. Naruto smiles. They're off to a good start, the blonde thought to himself with a slight chuckle. They walk around and come to an opening in the forest. You're going down. Shouted a female voice. Claris walks up glaring at the god. Oh hi, said Naruto putting her spear he acquired on his back. Let us start with hand-to-hand combat. Naruto puts his hand in pouch to pull out something. Why are you reaching for a weapon? Asked the daughter of Ares. This weapon will hurt a lot, it's called knowledge, said Naruto as he pulls out a book and starts to read. Why are you reading? To see what the plot is of the story, said Naruto. Don't worry about me. Worry about the bell on my waist. Keep your eyes on the prize. You're dead. She shouted. Naruto looks up. I am sorry you still making threat you can't deliver on, said the blonde. Claris scream and charges Naruto throwing a wild punch. Naruto dodges one punch. Claris continued to throw punches. Not even looking up from his novel he easily evade every attack thrown his way. The blonde's senses go off. He reaches behind and grabs something revealing it to be Annabeth. He looks at the cap and puts it in his bag. Annabeth jumps. How did you see me? Asked the daughter of Athena. I smelled a very small trace of shampoo. Raspberry, said Naruto. Interesting choice. Naruto catches an arrow mid-flight. Claris we have to work together, said Annabeth. Naruto give a faint smile. I am getting the bells, said Claris. Stay out of my way. Naruto frowns. Well you have 1.5 hours, said Naruto. He sees a yellow light from the corner from his eyes. I see. He walks away. But keeps a clone to observe Annabeth without her knowing. Naruto stops and scents Lee in the tree. Interesting strategy, thought the blonde. Annabeth rushes Naruto with her daggers. Taking out a kunai he blocks the attack but then avoid an arrow shot by Lee. I see. He looks where the arrow came from. He is quickly forced to keep his attention on Annabeth and he lost sight of Apollo's son. Sending a kick to Annabeth knocking her away. He quickly disappears. Annabeth sits up. Don't move, said Lee. Are you okay to walk? Give me a sec, Annabeth. He using enough strength to hold 2 demigods off. If Claris would help us, would be successful. So you figured out the test? Asked Lee. I did 10 minutes after starting, said Annabeth. I just figured it out 30 minutes ago, said Lee. We have 10 minutes left of the test. Annabeth tries to get up but falls back down. "Let me heal you," said Lee with a prayer to his father. Annabeth's leg heals itself. Naruto looked up and saw Clarice upside down by a rope around her legs. "I was expecting more from you," said the blonde. The timer ring. Naruto throws a kunai at the rope, dropping Clarice on the ground, knocking her out. Naruto picks her up and walks back to the main camp, tying her to a flagpole. The other two demigods walk out heads down. Clarice wakes and notices her predicament. "Not one of you got the bells. 2 of you would have passed due to finding out the purpose of this teat." "Teamwork," said Annabeth. "That is correct," said Naruto. Naruto grabs a kunai and places it on Clarice's neck. "Lee, kill Annabeth or I kill Clarice." The son of Apollo was shaken. "This is a possible scenario you could find yourself in," said Naruto with a sigh. "Enemies will not give you quarter. Since Clarice failed to act like a team, the whole team fails." Tyron gallops up with 3 pink maid dresses. "Now Annabeth and Lee will have to wear this for 24 hours till this time, as well as clean the camp just today." Clarice growled. "Why are they being punished?" Naruto turns to face her, a glare on his face. "The reason is simple. The team succeeds together or fails together." Clarice looks down in shame. "I am not doing this to make fun of anyone," said Naruto. "Every action you take has a consequence. Clarice will do the cleaning with the dress for a month. Also, she will be referred to a pretty pink princess." Clarice puts her head down. Naruto releases her binding and has Chiron give her the dress. "My teacher once said those who fail a mission are trash, however. Those who betray a comrade are worse than trash," said the blonde. "You 3 will be giving you cleaning assignment today by Chiron, have a good day." Naruto disappears. A few days later, Naruto was at Percy's residence. Knocking, Sally opens the door. "I am glad you can babysit," said the female. "No problem, hope you have fun on your date, Sally," said Naruto. "I will keep Percy out of trouble." "You mean Percy and Beth?" asked Sally. "I know what I said," said the blonde. Sally looks around. "You're an ass sometimes." "I get that a lot," said Naruto. "I was probably going to order some pizza." "I can give you money," said Sally. "Nonsense," said Naruto. "I got this. When is Mr. Blofus coming?" Sally eyes narrow. "Why?" "I got to talk to him about something," said Naruto. "You're not going to threaten him, are you?" asked Sally. "Not threaten, just give him a reminder to not hurt you," said Naruto. Sally got up in Naruto's face. "You will do not such thing." "But Sally, that's best part of think of you as my sister," said Naruto. "Shut up, you big baby," said Sally. Naruto pulls out a kunai. "If you are in trouble with anything, throw this on the ground. I will protect you." Sally's eyes soften. "Thanks," she said. A car rolls up. "He's here." "Close the door. Consider this a test," said Naruto. Sally nods his head and closes the screen door. A man in his 30s with salt and pepper hair walks up to the door. He knocks. "Happy?" asked Sally. "He just moved a few notches up," said Naruto. "Enjoy your evening." Sally opens the door and sees her date dressed in a khakis and polo shirt. "Hi, Paul." The man smiles shyly. "Hi, Sally, you look lovely." "You don't look bad yourself," said the blushing female. "Hi, Sally," said Naruto as he walks behind Sally. "You must be Paul." "I am Naruto Uzumaki. I am Sally's stepbrother." Naruto puts out his hand. "It's nice to meet you," said Paul, seeing the game Naruto is playing as the tough brother. Not backing down, he takes hold of Naruto's hand with a little grip. Naruto smirks. "Nice grip," said the blonde. "I like him, Sally. I can tell he is a kind and honest person." "You can tell?" asked Paul. "I used to be on the force," said Naruto. "I have seen some of the worst scum and some who seemed like good people but turned out worse. I had to learn to distinguish which is which. Plus you walked up like a gentleman and didn't back down from me. You are an honest person." "Thank," said Paul. "I passed your test." "You get an A++, said Naruto. "Sally couldn't stop talking about you. You were alright in my book, this was a test to see if I have to give you the talk. We will skip that and to enjoy your date." The two walk away. "Use protection." Sally and Paul were blushing. "Ass," said Sally. Paul smiled and hugged her. "I respect your brother a lot. You are lucky to have him worry about you." Sally smiles. Naruto closes the door and was deciding whether or not have a shadow clone follow them. "I think Paul is a decent man. I don't think that is needed." Beth was sitting at the table with Percy and Naruto. In front of them were several pizza pies. Soda for Percy and Naruto and grape juice for Beth. "We got an hour or so, what do you all want to do?" asked Naruto. Beth stands up. "Can I play house with you, Mr. Naruto?" asked the young girl. "I would love to," asked Naruto. "I was going play some video games," said Percy. "Okay," said Naruto. A shadow clone appears. "You don't mind if shadow clone plays house with you, Beth?" Percy smirks. You sure you want to take me, old-timer? Asked a demigod. Is that a challenge? Asked Naruto. He turns to Beth. Did that sound like a challenge, Beth? Yes, Mr. Naruto. I think Percy needs to be taught a lesson, said Beth. I agree, said Naruto. I will even let you pick the game you wish for me to crush you in. You're on, old man, said Percy. Beth, be a dear and go with my clone. He would be happy to play house with you, said Naruto. An hour go by and the door opens. Sally walks in and doesn't see anybody. Where are they? She asked. She walked to Beth's room and see the most adorable thing ever. Percy was sitting next to Beth reading her a children's story. Naruto walks up to her. Did they see you? Asked Naruto. They haven't noticed me yet, said Sally with a small smile. Mom, said Percy, shocked at her seeing him with Beth. I didn't see you. It's okay, Percy, said Naruto. Why not say goodnight to your mom and the two of you get to bed? I will talk to you downstairs, said Sally. Naruto turns to Percy and Beth. You two have a good night. He walks downstairs. Sally turned to Percy and Beth. Hope you all enjoyed Naruto being here. It was nice, said Percy as he hugs his mother. Beth, I will finish reading that tomorrow for a bed story. Are you sure, big brother, said Beth. Percy nods his head. Promise. Percy walked back to his room. How was your night? Asked Sally. Uncle Naruto is the best, said Beth. Uncle? Asked Sally. He asked me, Percy, to call him that when he is in his mortal form, said Beth. Is that okay, Mom? Sally was shocked. What did you say? I called you Mom. Is that okay? Sally hugs Beth. That is perfectly okay. I would love to be your mother. Thanks, Mom, said Beth. Go to bed, young lady. See you in the morning, said Sally. Beth goes to sleep and Sally walks down. How was your night? Asked Naruto. It was great, thank you so much for everything, said Sally. What brought the chance in those two? We had a discussion, said Naruto. I asked them a simple question: they could have one thing in the world. What do they want the most? What did they say? Asked Sally. Beth wanted a mother, said Naruto with a small smile. Percy's answer surprised me. He wanted a family. I asked what he meant. He said siblings and a father. I told Percy if he wants a sister he should start by reading a bedtime story to Beth. So you made them bond? Asked Sally. I told Beth to call you mother if she was comfortable, said Naruto. You need as much joy as possible for the 11 year you had to put up with that human trash. Thank you, Naruto, said Sally. I will tell you about my date later. Have a good night, said Naruto. He walks out with a smile. Naruto was at Camp Half-Blood. Last week he had just helped a few hunters hunt several monsters. Walking around, the blonde god went to the big house. Hello, Chiron, said Naruto. Is everything set? The trainer nodded his head. Everything is ready, said Chiron. The camper are assembled and our guest has arrived. Naruto heads to a makeshift arena filled with campers. Greeting Camp Half-Blood, how are you all doing? Asked Naruto. I have a treat for all of you. For the next year we will have a guest come to camp for a week. It will be a different guest every month. Without further ado. Standing at mortal height of 5 feet 9 inches. The goddess that makes hearts and breaks heart, the goddess of love. Music starts to play to the song Achy Breaky Heart. Aphrodite does several cartwheels and flips like a gymnast. Pink flower grown behind her. Naruto sporting a blush, noticing what she is wearing as he groans. She was wearing a skimpy cheerleader outfit. I ask you to keep your clothing PG, please. We don't need to give any of the male campers heart attacks. You're no fun, said the love goddess. I saw you looking. Naruto sighs. Yeah, it's kind of hard not to. Please change. The goddess takes out a prop from an anime store. Moon prism power, shouted and did the whole Sailor Moon transformation sequence. Please no, said Naruto in resignation. I should have started with Aries. It dies down and she was wearing a t-shirt with Camp Half-Blood written on it and jeans that hugged her thighs. Party pooper, she whispered. These are children, said Naruto. Now that the show is over. She will be sleeping in her cabin. I have made a separate room for you. You will be teaching fine art and Pegasus riding. Yes, that is correct. Said the love goddess. May I? Naruto moves aside. You're on. Breeding campers. For this year a god will be visiting Evermoth for a week to better get to know our children. Lord Naruto proposed this idea and he came with a compelling argument and most of us have agreed for a trial run, said Aphrodite. Each god will be teaching a class pertaining to their domain. I will be teach arts and crafts and Pegasus riding. Any question? Lady Aphrodite, said a camper. Yes. You will be here for a week. Is that going to be the same for god and goddess? Asked a camper. That is correct, said the love goddess. Naruto walks back. The class signup sheet will be posted. Naruto walks away with Aphrodite and Chiron. I will leave them in your capable hands, said the blonde. I was given a mission by Hades. What's the mission? Asked the love goddess. I can't say, said Naruto. It will take a few days at most. The blonde man was walking in Las Vegas. He sees a hotel with a sign Lotus in front of it. Walking up he is stopped by the doorman. I need a place to spend the night, said the blonde god. Welcome to the Lotus Hotel, said the doorman. If you need anything let me know. Naruto walks in. Infiltration a success, he thought. Now to find my targets. Naruto walks around and senses the two he was tasked to track. He sees a teenage girl with brown hair and a younger boy with messy black hair. Bianca and Nico die Angelo, said Naruto. The two turn to the person calling their name. Hi, how are you? Bianca gets in front of Nick protectively. Who are you, sir? She asked guarded. Naruto nods his head in approval. I am sorry, I am Naruto Uzumaki. I am an old friend of your father's. Where is our father? Asked Bianca. He's dead, said Naruto. I didn't know how to tell you this but. You know the year is 2002. It can't be, said Bianca. This hotel distort time. It's the Lotus Eater, said Naruto. Nico eyes widen. The Lotus Eater, he said scared. Do you know what that is? I have its Mythomagic card, said Nico. It has the in-area effect of skipping enemy's team turn 3 times. It distorts time, said Naruto. I promise to explain once we leave. The three make their way up front. Are you leaving, sir? Asked the receptionist. If you don't mind, said Naruto. I have been looking for my children for several months now. I can't let you leave, said the receptionist. That is unfortunate. I will have to insist, said Naruto. Taking out several pellets discreetly. The receptionist attacks Naruto who throws the pellets at him, send a flashbang burning the receptionist. The three rush the exit and get out. Naruto grabs both of the kids and disappears and appears in front of a small house. You have questions. What is going on? Asked Bianca. Do you know what they call a child of a god with a mortal? Asked Naruto. A demigod, said Bianca. You two are demigods, said Naruto. Your mother was mortal, your father is a god. I don't believe you, said Bianca. I have taken us to my personal haven, said Naruto. Most gods have temples or palaces. I am quite happy with my little houses around the country. You're god? Asked Bianca, disbelief in her voice. Yes and no, said Naruto. When on a mission, I take a mortal form. When I am not on a mission I take my immortal form. So you're immortal? Asked Bianca. Now aren't you curious as to why no one has noticed us? Asked Naruto. Bianca and Nico look around. I conjured a mist. A mist? Asked Bianca. It keeps most mortal from seeing us, said Naruto. Clear-sighted mortal are an exception. Why did you bring us here? Asked Bianca. Here you will be safe from monster trying to harm you, said Naruto. I was going to take you a summer camp but your father didn't want me to. Why did our father abandon us? Asked Bianca. Your father loves you very much, however. Due to divine law he can't interact or raise you, said Naruto. When your mother died he was devastated. Who are you? Asked Nico. Want to see if there is a Mido's card of you. I just became a god a little under a century ago, said Naruto. I am Naruto Uzumaki. You do have a card, said Nico exactly. The card state you're a champion of gods. That makes sense. That was my title many decades ago, said Naruto. Do you have the card? I have the card but no figure, said Nico. Can I see it? Asked Naruto. He gets the card. He see mostly pretty accurate states. 2000 attack and 2000 armor. Looks at the bio. Married to Artemis. When in play with the goddess of the hunt get ranged attack increase of 2 square. Movement is 5 squares. I impress myself. That is sad. So it's accurate? Asked Nico. I like it. I would like to play in a match, said Naruto. Can you teach me? Nico's eyes lighten up. Yes, Lord Naruto. When in mortal form you can call Mr. Naruto, said the blonde. He turns to Bianca. I know this is surreal for you, but please trust that as long as you're on my property you will be safe. If we are off it? Asked Bianca. You will be attacked, said Naruto. It's unavoidable because I have been asked to sign you up for college for Bianca and high school for Nico. They are in the same school. Thanks, not sure how to take this, said Bianca. I know, said Naruto with a sigh. I have to head back. Stay safe both of you. Naruto reappeared at Camp Half-Blood. He sees the love goddess on her second day at camp. How was the class? He asked. I was surprised a lot of males wanted to do the class with me, said Aphrodite. Naruto rolls his eyes. I really am not. What was that? Never mind, said Naruto. I will be doing some training. I would recommend you do the same. Why? The reason I am stronger than some of the Olympian is because I continue to train, said Naruto. Right now, and don't take this personally. But right now you are one of the weaker major gods. Stronger than both Dionysus and Hermes. I would beat Athena if she was dropped in cold, said Naruto. Give her prep time, she would win. Ares, I would win due to his lack of advanced tactic. I would draw evenly with Hephaestus due to his knowledge about weapon. His strength due working in the forge and near perfect mastery of fire. It could go either way. Artemis and Apollo would try shoot at a distance. Of the two, the hunt has the best chance, but she will fight me in close quarter better than Apollo due to her knife fighting skills. Apollo could beat me either, but it would harder to kill me close quarter. The founding gods would wreck me and it depend on the battlefield and matter of time, said Naruto. I am warning you because I am trying to help you all get stronger and prepare for the worst. We when have time I will train with you, said the love goddess. Okay, said Naruto. I was going to try to do a few hundred laps, about 200 squats and kick. Talk to you later. Naruto runs off. Naruto conjures a mist and summons 100 of Shadow's clones. Attack me, he said as the clones charged the original. It had been several hours since Naruto ran off to train. Aphrodite was wondering where the hunk of a god was. She sensed power a mile away. She heads off. She gets there and is stunned at what she see. Naruto with scars of battle on his body was fighting hand to hand with about several hundred clones. High muscles not big gave the appearance of skilled martial artist. My immortal life, she whisper. If she was an animal she would be drooling at the sight. Ares who? Licking her lips, Naruto just went through hand seal. Firing out blades of wind, taking out the rest of the clones. Is there a reason you're drooling? Asked Naruto as he walks up to the love goddess. Woof woof, said Aphrodite eye raping Naruto. I never imagined you looked so yummy. Try to keep it in your pants, said Naruto. Dinner at the pavilion will be in an hour, said the goddess. See you there handsome. Naruto groans as Aphrodite walks away. Naruto walked back to camp getting stares from the campers. Envious looks from the males and blushes from the female should have brought an extra pair of shirts with me. Naruto just got to cabin 8 which was his wife's cabin. Quickly getting a shirt on while slowly healing. His thought wandered to his old partner. I am sorry Kurama. If only I was stronger. I miss you buddy. He leaves to the dining pavilion and sits down. His mood is somber. Naruto you okay? Asked the love goddess deciding to not flirt with him. You seem down. I am good, said Naruto. Just remember an old partner who saved my life at the expense of his. Please if you need to talk. I am free or Apollo or your wife, said love goddess. It was on this day. Lost him, said Naruto. My friend and partner. The mood was somber around the head table. The camper are making the offering, said Aphrodite. Artemis was at her temple. She missed Naruto. Though he had Iris messaged her it had been several weeks since they spent time together. Wonder what he's up to now, she though. Naruto was back at his cafe. Even a god needed rest. A month of searching for that traitor Luke, no success. He quickly gets the orders prepared and served. Maybe I should visit Artemis, he thought. After work Naruto was walking to a small market. Passing an alleyway when he heard crying. Knowing he shouldn't interfere but his hero complex told him otherwise. Heading the sound he saw a trash bag slightly moving. He senses a living being in the bag. He quickly grabs the bag and opens it. Inside was a biracial baby that Naruto guessed was a year or two. If you ask Naruto he has given up on having a children. This child brought a spark in the god. High black orb in his eyes told of abuse. Who can do this to a child? Asked the blonde god. He materializes a blanket and wrapped the baby in it and walks back. You're a cute child. He teleports home. The house around the country he uses for temples were not as lavish as a god's. He believed in humility. He had one house that could be considered a small mansion. 3-level with a yard of about 50 acres. He hires demigod to help him maintains his yard and pays them well and provided them safe haven from monster if they decide to stay. This house itself is split into 3 wings. One wing is reserved for the hunter of Artemis, including Artemis 20 rooms. The second wing is reserved for demigod, he either rescued or hires. Also 20 rooms for the demigods. The last one is the master room. It could be considered as big as a living room and dining room put together. He walks into his home and make a crib with his god magic. You will be safe your little one, said the blonde. He looks over the baby as it fall asleep. I hope I don't run into the mortal who did this. The female demigod walks up she was of Asian descent. You asked for me Lord Naruto. Naruto turns around. I did, thank coming quickly Vanessa, said Naruto. I found this baby in an alley within a bag. She gasps in horror. Why would someone do that to a child? Human trash, said Naruto with a rare hint of rage showing. It's a young lady. I would like to know if you would like to be her big sister. Vanessa was in shock. I always wanted a little sister. I was going to call my wife to get suggestions for names, said Naruto. He looks at the female demigod. Her face has a hint of sadness. Vanessa please walk with me. Of course said Vanessa. The two walk into the hall. You remember the story of how I found you, right? My mother was about to kill me, she said with sobs. I want to let you know. I didn't save you so I would have a servant, said Naruto. You can live your life and you can always come back. It's rare for a god to save someone without asking for anything, said Vanessa. I told you before, I did it because it's the right thing to do, said Naruto. I never wanted you to be indebted to me. I do appreciate everything you have done for me and this house. Vanessa looks down. Sorry sir, if I seem needy. Not at all, but I wish you would accept a paycheck at least, said Naruto. You are more than happy to stay under one condition. That is? You will accept a paycheck every week. I won't take no for an answer, said Naruto. Also try to live a little. Find a boyfriend, go out for the evening. Your happiness is just as important as work. I will try sir, said Vanessa. It was birthday yesterday? Asked Naruto. Getting a nod from the female. This is just a gift I wanted to give you. He takes out a small card and give it to her. Thanks you sir. She envelope and sees a small card with birthday wishes. Inside is a check for $300. I want you to use that money on you, said Naruto. Thank you sir, said the demigod. Naruto puts his hand on her shoulder. It's alright. After talking to Vanessa, Naruto sent a message to Artemis asking her if she can meet really quick. The goddess of the hunt summoned herself with a member of her hunt. She was a new hunter who a young boy turned to a girl by Artemis. Paulina, said Naruto. How are you? I am good my lord, said the brown-haired female. I have a family thanks to Lady Artemis. Please head inside, said Artemis. I need to talk to my husband. A young hunter walks in. How are you love? Said Naruto. I am good, said Artemis. You seems a little angry. Everything okay? Everything is fine, said Naruto. Now I need you to put up a barrier around us. Why? Asked Artemis. To make sure you don't kill anyone, said Naruto. Artemis nodded and put up a barrier to keep their energy in. What happened? Asked Artemis. I found a young female in a trash bag in a dumpster, said Naruto. You know me. I consider all life precious and for a person disregard a child in that manner. Let's just say it took all my willpower to contain my rage. Artemis' eyes narrow. I can why you ask me to make a barrier. I am pretty angry at what you told. I figured, said Naruto. I was going to ask if you would like to adopt the young baby as its mother and I will do the same. But the laws, said Artemis. Can I see her? Yes, said Naruto. Follow me. The two head to the nursery Naruto made near the master bedroom. Naruto sees Vanessa. Hearing the footsteps. The young demigod turns around. My lord and it is good you Lady Artemis, she said with a bow. How are you Vanessa? Asked Artemis. Hope my big lug of a husband treating you right. He has, said Vanessa. Naruto sighs. Take the rest of the day, said the blonde. Yes sir, said Vanessa. She walks out with a bow. Naruto picks up the baby with immense care. This is the baby, said Naruto. Putting it up to his face as she tries to grab his hair. I haven't thought of a name. Maybe you think of something. Artemis looks at the little thing and hold her for a bit. She cute, said the goddess. I can give her some of itcher, making her a demigod and my daughter. Thank you Artemis, said Naruto. I always wanted a family. Now I have one. Let's do it, said the goddess. Artemis cuts her arm a little as gold blood run into her hand. She sprinkles a little on the child. Megan will be a good name. I agree, said Naruto. By blood she is your daughter. The black hair gets a little silver streaks in it. Welcome to the family Megan. Naruto looks at his wife. Thank you my loving wife, said the blonde. When she is old enough she should get to know her sisters. That is fair, said Artemis. I will stop by several times to see how my daughter is doing. She places the now named Megan gently back in her crib. I love you my Artemis. I love you too Naruto. It had been a few days and Naruto was called for an emergency meeting on Olympus. He was standing in front of the gods. What's going on? Zeus sighed. My daughter's tree has been poisoned, he said. That's not good, said Naruto. What are your orders? Tyron has been relieved of his duties at Camp Half-Blood, said Zeus. Why? Asked Naruto. Someone needs to be held responsible, said Zeus. I'm placing you in charge of the camp activities. I am taking over Chiron position, said Naruto. What other options? Dionysus will have the authority to pick a replacement, said Zeus. Then I will accept this assignment, said Naruto. Naruto was at Camp Half-Blood. He took over as Dionysus relieved of his duties. He had to control his frustration. Dionysus thought it was a good idea to bring one of the worst human being in history. Tantalus as activities director. The blonde had more pressing matters to attend. With the protective barrier weakened, he had to put demigods in charge of patrol. A few weeks passed and the campers just repelled some more monsters. Annabeth runs up. Lord Naruto. Percy is running to the boundary. Naruto gets up and quickly heads to the fighting. Taking out a kunai he kills the minotaur that Percy killed earlier. Chiron rides up. "You two get inside the camp," said the trainer. Naruto eyes narrow. Chiron's right. Percy step with Naruto. "What's going on, Lord Uzumaki?" Naruto sighed. "About a month ago. Talia's tree has been poisoned." Percy looked surprised. "Do they know who did it?" asked the demigod. "No," said Naruto. "Chiron has taken the fall. He and Mr. D have been relieved of duties." "They can't do that," said Percy. "I understand your frustration," said Chiron. "The gods need somebody to blame." Naruto sighs. "There is nothing I can do." "Don't you have influence with the gods?" asked Percy. "It only goes so far," said Naruto. "I can sway a few gods but not enough. Even then it would not make any difference." "Why?" "This is a serious issue, Percy. They had to make scapegoat," said Naruto. "I don't agree with it." "So who is in charge?" asked Percy. "I took over Mr. D position. However, Chiron replacement is more controversial," said Naruto. "Mr. D is the one who picked him." "Who is it?" asked Percy. "That would be me, Jackson," said a voice. A very pale-looking man walks out. He looks at Percy's friend. "What is that thing doing here?" "Tantalus," said Percy. The tall boy next to Percy shies away. "His name is Tyson." "Enough," said Naruto glaring at Tantalus. "Tyson will stay at camp, end of discussion." Percy looks confused. "What is wrong with Tyson?" "Percy, Tyson is a cyclops," said Naruto. "You sometimes make things harder than they need to be." A few hours later in the big house, Naruto looked up at the assembled campers. Next to the blonde was Tyson and Percy. The blonde saw Annabeth look at Tyson with a hint of fear. "Greeting campers," said Naruto. "You're all aware that the barrier has weakened. I have been able to place a few seals to weaken any monsters that cross the perimeter, however. It only lasts for a few more weeks and I can't make any more." Clarice looks at Tyson. "Why did Percy bring that monster inside the boundary?" she asked. Naruto's cold eyes land on Clarice. "I will make this clear," said the blonde. "The monster as you referred to it has a name, it's Tyson. Please use it. Am I understood?" "Yes, Lord Naruto," said Clarice. "Can I ask why you're protecting this, I mean Tyson?" "Simple, in a cyclops lifespan. I think he is about more of a child than an adult," said Naruto. "He doesn't know right from wrong." "Understood," said Clarice. "I will let my cabin mates know." "Percy," said Naruto. "Dinner will be ready. I will need Tyson to sit with me." "But I am his only friend," said Percy. "Make that 2 friends he has," said Naruto. He turns to Tyson. "Young Tyson, would you like to be my friend?" The Cyclops looks at Naruto and then to Percy, who nods his head. A symbol of a leaf appears over the Cyclops' head. "Thank you, my friend." Percy's eyes widen. "You just claimed him." "I did," said Naruto. "I am a minor god, but I sympathizes with him for being judges for what he is not who he is." "Thank you, Lord Uzumaki," said Percy. "I had a feeling your father would have claimed as well," said Naruto. "I have little tolerance for bigotry." Naruto smiles. "You can sit with me and order what you would like, Tyson." The cough is heard. Naruto eyes roll. "It looks like our esteemed guest would like to say a few words," said Naruto with heavy sarcasm on esteemed. Tantalus stood up. "Thank you, Naruto." Naruto leveled him with a heavy glare. "I mean Lord Uzumaki. As you're aware, Chiron has been fired and I am his replacement. You normally do capture the flag, yes?" "That is correct," said Naruto. "I was thinking a change in actives for this camp," said Tantalus. "I was thinking of bringing back chariot races." Naruto looks intrigued. "You know they were discontinued due to injuries?" asked the blonde. "That does sound interesting, but I will make the rules." Later that evening, Annabeth was talking to Naruto. "Annabeth, I understand your concern," said the blonde god. "I will not have child even if it's a cyclops killed." "That thing can kill us," said Annabeth. Naruto sighed. "Look, I am stressed enough trying to keep you and everyone safe. I don't have time to argue with you. I will pull rank on you." "Sorry," said Annabeth. "This is not the same Cyclops that almost killed you many years ago," said Naruto. "Don't judge Tyson for the action of other Cyclops." Annabeth walks out. Next day the stadium was erected as the campers spent the day getting their chariots made. The rules were simple. 2 cabins will team up to build and race their chariots. Percy and Annabeth decided to team up. She glanced at Tyson periodically. 2 days later. The race was set to begin. Standing on a platform, Naruto saw the head of the cabins in their chariots. "Racers, read go." They take off. It was exciting to say the least as the camper made use of weapons. However, a flock of Stamphalian birds attacked the racers. Annabeth and Percy pull to the side to fight them off. As the Ares cabin takes aim and shoots some down while riding past. Running up, Naruto goes through hand seals as runes light around the track, killing the bird. Sealing jutsu. Magnetic death seal. Percy and Annabeth look as Clarice and her partner won. Ares cabin win, said Naruto. He turns to the two demigod. You two did your best, at least you're safe. Antela smiles. The Ares cabin Claris win, said the man. As for the troublemakers, Percy and Annabeth will be punished. I am granting them a pardon, said Naruto. They would have won if those never attacked. Tantalus growl. They made the bird attack. Enough out of you, said Naruto with a glare. Tantalus was sweating as he saw his death repeated over and over again. Everyone back to camp. Percy was talking to Naruto. Grover's in trouble, said Percy. I am sorry Percy, said Naruto. I can't let you go. Around them were the other head counselors. Look Percy, said Annabeth. Grover is our friend, but there is nothing we can do. He said he found the golden fleece, said Percy. I believe it can heal Talia's tree. Naruto sighed. Unfortunately Jackson, a quest must be issued, said Tantalus. I am issuing it now, said Naruto with a rare smirk. I can't show favoritism, so we will have a vote on the champion. I recommend Claris, said Tantalus. All in favor? Asked Naruto. Every hand went up except Annabeth and Percy. Please go to the oracle, said Tantalus. Mrs. Claris. The daughter of the war god gulps nervously. Naruto walks up to the young lady. I believe you will succeed, said the blonde. As long as you trust your team member you will do fine. Claris goes to the attic and comes down 10 minutes later shaken. I got the quest. I will pick Selena of Aphrodite cabin and Lee Fletcher of Apollo cabin. Very well, said Naruto. Leave in the morning. Next morning, Naruto was standing in front of the three demigods. Remember, teamwork will be your most important skill. Yes sir, said Claris. They quickly leave the camp. Naruto frowns. Border patrol, status report. The camper runs up. Your seals are weakening Lord Uzumaki, said the demigod. Keep up patrol, rotate every hour with another camper, said Naruto. The attacks have increased on the camp after the seal failed 2 days later. Naruto led several charges against the monster. Several camper were injured, though luckily no fatalities. Naruto's yes narrowed. I don't sense Percy, Annabeth or Tyson, he sighs to himself. They're going to be the death me. He heads to the bathroom. And calls Iris and gives her a drachma. I need a message sent to Claris. Naruto saw an image in the sink of Claris. Lord Uzumaki, said the daughter of Ares. You're about to get Percy, Annabeth and Tyson joining you. Why are they coming? She hollered. I need Percy to contact me when he arrives, said Naruto. Don't be too hard on him. He want to help his friend. I will send him the message, said Claris as she calmed down. Naruto was walking around the camp sighing to himself. Tantalus was still at the big house being lazy. It had been a few days since Percy snuck out of camp. He sees the goddess of messages Iris fly down. She opens the screen and Percy appears. Somewhat nervous. Percy, glad you made it safely, after speaking out, said Naruto. I narrowed. I understand you wanted to save your friends, but you weakened the camp's defenses by you having Annabeth and Tyson leave with you. Sorry, said Percy. Grover is my friend. I understand that, said the blonde. That is besides the point Percy. You have joined the quest, but you and Annabeth and Tyson are going to be punished. Percy nods his head. You three will be cleaning the camp personally, also I will be contact Sally about this, said Naruto. Stay safe. Naruto went back and saw a group of people in a circle. In the middle was a campers that was injured in previous attacks. What are you all doing out here? Questioned Naruto. You all should be resting. The camper from the Ares cabin who lost an eye in the battle walked up. My lord, it's Tantalus, said the camper. Naruto motions him to continue. I was on my way to give you a report when I saw Tantalus talking to that traitor Luke. Naruto let out a growl before recomposing himself. He kneels to the injured boys. Take your time and talk only when needed to conserve your strength. He somehow snuck in a two-way radio and was talking about tearing down the seal on the tree, said the teen. Due to my injuries in my one eye my vision was getting worse. But it was Tantalus talk to the voice of Luke. Naruto's eyes narrowed. Did anyone see Tantalus? He was making his way to the tree about 30 minutes ago, said an Apollo camper. I will deal with him and he will be punished, said Naruto. Escort the injured camper back to medical tent. Naruto heard fighting and saw several campers fighting back against some monsters. They were not low-level monster, a minotaur, the Nemean lion, and a hydra. Sound a withdraw gong. I am about show them what happens when they mess with a god. The camper hear the signal to withdraw as Naruto rushes forward and gets in front of the hydra and with several hands seal yells out his attack. Fire style. Great fire annihilation. The fire attack never seen before incinerate the hydra before it could blink. Naruto with the loss of Kurama lost about a third of his chakra reserves. For the thousands of years he has lived he has trained himself to better control but has gained them back and more. He has more than all of the cages of his world put together. The perfect balance of control and size mean Naruto could spam as many jutsu as possible. His promotion to godhood bolstered it to much higher degree. Naruto takes out a katana gifted to him by his wife. He told her a lot about his past 100 years after they met. Wine style. Fujin slash. He slashes the blade and nothing happens. After 20 seconds the lion goes to attack the god but finds itself cut in half as it disappears in a gulf dust. The bull monster backs up in fear seeing its comrade killed in such a manner. Dust style. Particle disintegration, said Naruto. The monster starts to run for its life but is hit by the attack, a look of pure fear on his face as it slowly dissolves. Stretching out his senses, Naruto's face contorts in pure rage as he finds Tantalus and drags him back. Now Tantalus, said Naruto with as much venom in his word and killer intent he can muster. I am going to ask you questions and you will give me an answer. A few days later, Naruto walks out of his tent with hand covered in Tantalus' blood. An iris message appears and he sees Luke bragging about poisoning the tree. I appreciate the confession. Luke, said Naruto. The Hermzun turns to Naruto image. I already cleared Chiron of wrongdoing due to you conspirator. Makes thing easy that it came out of your mouth. The members of the quest smirked at seeing their plan work. I will see you all back here soon. I believe I will be asking for Tantalus to be banished in the worst place on the field of punishment. Naruto waits. It has been a day since Naruto got rid of that thorn on his side named Tantalus. He senses Claris coming up to the camp. Naruto sees the fleece made of gold and motions her to place it on the tree. She does and the color of the tree returns back to healthy shade. Congrats on completing your quest, said the blonde. Chiron and the others should be arriving. Naruto watched as the original's quest member congratulated by the other campers. He turned to Percy and Annabeth. You will start your punishment tonight, all three of you, said Naruto. Percy, Annabeth and Tyson, you three did good. The camper runs up. Lord Naruto. It's Talia's tree, it's gone. Naruto runs up to the site and sees a girl with black hair lying on the ground. That's Talia. Looks like the fleece did more than I though. Percy, bring her to medical tent. It had been several weeks since Talia was revived. Naruto took her to the side and offered to train her to use her powers and learn how to fight. Naruto's relationship with Dionysus went from bad to worse. Took 3 major god to hold Naruto back from beat the living crap of the wine god. It started a few days after the wine god was given his position back at Camp Half-Blood. Naruto was in front of Dionysus on Mount Olympus. I can't believe I am back with these brats, said the wine god. They should have just kept you there. Naruto, having to deal with Tantalus for a few weeks, was not having Mr. D complain. He growled to himself. Trust me, I was surprised at Zeus sending you back. After hiring a child murderer to take care of kids. What of it? Said Mr. D. I would have done the camp favor. You, selfish piece of shit, growled Naruto. You should care more about the mortals placed under your care instead of your own self-interest. We're gods, said Dionysus. Why should we care about mortal? You disgust me, said Naruto. I have proven that with kindness the world is a better place. They are bugs to use, said Dionysus. That was the wrong thing to say as Naruto in a burst of speed punches the god in the chest, sending him flying into a wall. The rest of the Olympian jumped to their feet, get ready to restrain the two. You're nothing but a minor god. Grapevines grown out of the tiles of the floor and launch themselves at Naruto. Cyclone, said the blonde as he spins around with his sword cutting the vines. The blonde stalks up to the wine god. You sit here in your cradle of power complaining about your own misfortunes, not knowing that you would have not survived half the things I survived in my other world. He lifts the bloodied god up to eye level. He is about to send a punch, but his wrist is grabbed by a hand of Artemis. That's enough, Naruto, she begged. Please. I am sorry, said Naruto. I am warning you, Mr. D, at least make an effort to do your job. He throws the god to the ground in a heap and turns to the other Olympians. Forgive me for my outburst. Zeus nods his head. Take a few days off to cool off. I see we have overworked you. Thank you, my lord, said Naruto. If you'll excuse me. The wine god gets up. How can you let him walk away, said Dionysus. He attacked me for no reason. Zeus eyes. You provoked him. Poseidon gets up. You crossed a few lines, Dionysus, said the sea god. He has more integrity and loyalty than most of us, including myself. Hell, we were going to give him the title of god of children as well as everything else. I have to agree, said Athena. By being callous about the children you did cross a few lines. You got to understand where he is coming from. Zeus looks at his daughter. What do you mean, Athena? He has talked to me and Artemis about his past. I will say we were in a better position from birth than he ever was, said Athena. Has anyone ever questioned why he goes out of his way to kids who are abandoned or homeless? That is all I am say. Neither of you will tell us? Asked Poseidon. We will not betray him in that manner, said Artemis. If you are curious, I would ask him yourself. Naruto appeared near the house he gave to Sally. He saw the female. Hi, Sally. Sally saw that the god looked worn out. Are you okay? I am fine, need a place to cool down from a massive argument with wine god, said Naruto. Sally looks worried. What happened? Dionysus said some callous things and I have had it with it, said Naruto. How are you? I am doing alright, said Sally. Beth and Percy are both at school. How are they doing? They have grown closer, like brother and sister, said Sally. I see, said Naruto. How is your relationship with Paul? I am lucky, he is one of the nicest people I have met, said Sally. Percy came clean about demigods. Naruto eyes widen. I see. I take it he took the news well. Better than I thought, said Sally. We have become closer because of it. Isn't it Percy's birthday in a few days? Asked the blonde. Getting a nod from Sally. Need help with a party? I have a favor to ask. Can you ask his father if he can show up? Asked Sally. I am sure he would love, but Zeus might not allow it, said Naruto. I will ask. The door opens. Naruto sees Paul walk in. Sally, said the man. In the kitchen, said Sally. You're home early. A student called in a bomb scare, said Paul with a sigh. He sees Naruto. Hi Lord Naruto. Paul bowed to the god. Naruto sighs. Please don't bow, said the blonde. I should thank you for everything you have done for Sally. Naruto bowed to the man a little as a sign of respect. Sally, I will ask if Poseidon is able to make it to his son's birthday. Thank you Naruto, for everything, said Sally. Let me walk you out, said Paul. If you would let me. Naruto smiles. Of course, I would be honored. The two walk out. Paul turns to Naruto. I am truly thankful for everything you have done for Sally, said Paul. I was told about her ex-husband and what a piece of work he was. The fact she put up with that abuse to protect her son endeared me greatly to her more than I already am. Naruto sighs and puts his hand on the man's shoulder. Paul, I will be frank, when Sally told me about you. I was cautious about who you were and somewhat skeptical. I am glad my worries were unfounded. You one of kindest mortals I have known. Paul blinks. Thank you my lord. Naruto smiles. Drop the titles with me, said the blonde. I don't like them in presence of my friends. I understand, Paul hesitates. Naruto. I would like to meet Percy's father if you can arrange it. Why? I want to meet him, said Paul. He will be invited to Percy's party, said Naruto. I wish you the best. Naruto disappears. Later Naruto was in front of a black-haired fisherman. I have an invite for you, said Naruto. The man smiles. You seem troubled, said the man. Dionysus has called for you to be stripped of your godhood. I don't care what he wants Poseidon, said Naruto. Should I be concerned? No, said the sea god. I talked to Artemis and Athena about your past. I want to let you know if you wish to talk to me about anything I will listen. What brought this on? Look Naruto, said Poseidon. I consider you more family than my brother. You have helped my former lover Sally and I want you to know how much I appreciate it. Thank you, said Naruto. Percy's birthday is coming up. Sally would like you to be there. I will try to make it, said the god. I guess you will be going. Of course, said Naruto. I have to cut our talk short. Artemis want to go out for dinner. Of course, said the sea god. Have fun. Naruto had just left Percy's party. Poseidon was there and he was very impressed with Paul. Paul was very respectful of the sea god. Camp Half-Blood was hosting Apollo, who was warned not to be a pervert. A few days later Naruto was meditating feeling a disturbance in the earth and it worried him immensely. He was talking to the other gods and they told him not to worry about it, it was just Gaia rumbling. Taking some time to be with Megan. Naruto realized the little baby aged rapidly. And was a child of about 8 years old. Daddy, said the girl. Naruto turned his head. What are we doing today? Smiling Naruto replied. We are going to visit mommy. Yay. The two get to the forest and Naruto takes out a horn and blows. A small whistle is heard and Zo runs up a few minutes later. My lord. Please Zo, no formalities, said Naruto. I thought I would bring Megan to see her mother. Zo turns to the young girl. How are you Megan? I am okay Zo-ni, said Megan. The hunter looks confused. I thought I would teach her Japanese as well as Greek. The hunter gets a look of understanding. I guess that means sister. Pretty much. The three walk into the camp and Naruto heads to Artemis' tent. The goddess sees Naruto. My love, said Artemis. The two embrace. I have missed you, said Naruto. It's only been a week you big baby, said Artemis. Even a day is too long, said Naruto. Turning his head, the blonde smiles to Megan. Go play with the other hunters. I need to talk to your mother. The girl jumps up and down. Yes daddy. She runs out. What wrong? Asked the moon goddess. Do gods age rapidly? Asked Naruto. Megan has grown faster than I thought. They do, since she is 2/3 goddess, she doesn't grow as fast as full immortals, but still faster than mortal or demigods, said Artemis. That is not the only thing bothering you. It's not, said the blonde. I sense rage in the earth. I don't like it. Father said not to worry about it, said the moon goddess. I am still preparing just in case, said Naruto. Last time Mother Earth rose was during the London fire. It took the founding gods and goddess to stop her, plus she took me out of the picture due to my abilities. The two sat in awkward silence. I will leave Megan for a week with your hunt, said Naruto. I have to go to Camp Half-Blood. Why? They have slacked off in their training, said Naruto. He walks up to Megan. Megan. Daddy's got some stuff to do. I am leaving you in the care of your sister, okay? Yes, Daddy. Naruto was at Camp Half-Blood. Standing in front of several campers, he was showing them how to use different weapons. He watched as Clarice disarmed her opponent. Clarice wins her match. Would Annabeth and Lee Fletcher step up? Same rules as the last match. Later that night Naruto was at Cabin 8 meditating. Stretching his senses out as surge of power engulfed him. The anger, the rage of the power almost overwhelmed him. This is concerning. If she awakens, are we strong enough? Walking out of the cabin, Naruto heads to the training area. Shadow Clone Jutsu. The whole night Naruto sparred with all his shadow clones. A few days pass and Naruto went to pick up his daughter from the hunter's camp. He gets to the location and gets a feeling of dread when he realizes something is wrong. He enters the boundary of the camp and is horrified at what he sees, tents burned to the ground. Several hunters lying on the ground motionless. The rest near death. The hell happened? He hears a struggle in the distance. Heading in the direction, he sees a figure he hasn't seen in several millenniums. He had red armor, black hair going to his back. Holding Zoe by the neck. In his other hand is his daughter Megan. Madara. The man turns his head. Uzumaki Naruto. Why? Asked the blonde. Why what? Enough. Shouted the blonde. I don't care how you survived. I am sending you back. Hopefully you succeed, said the man. Tend to your wounded. He drops Zoe to the ground and disappears in the earth. Naruto rushes up to Zoe. Are you okay? I am sorry my lord, said Zoe. I have failed. In the cave Madara appeared with a struggling Megan. Let me go you big dummy. She shouted. Loud just like your father, said Madara. My daddy told me about you, said the girl. What did he say? Asked Madara. That I was a monster. That I killed his friends. He said he hated you methods but respected your strength, said Megan. Why did you kidnap me? I was told to, said Madara. I should be dead. Naruto was in front of the gods. Lucky Madara refrained from dealing mortal blow to the hunter and are now in the infirmary in Apollo's temple. What do you know of this Madara? Asked Zeus. He is an impressive fighter and could hold his own against me as a mortal. He also has a visual jutsu known as the Eternal Mankyo Sharingan. I have listed the abilities that I have seen. Any way to fight it? Asked Athena. Main way is to not look in his eyes. Look at his feet, said Naruto. Now if you don't mind I am going to rescue my daughter. Artemis walks to Naruto. Not alone. The two disappear. Reappearing at the camp, Naruto turns to his wife. I had a seal on our daughter so I could locate her in emergencies, said the blonde. It's a cave 40 miles away. The two get to the cave and see the Uchiha standing in front of the entrance. Madara. Shouted Naruto. The man eyes the blonde. Uzumaki Naruto. It is good to see you in good health. How did you survive? Asked Naruto getting his katana out. I did not. I was resurrected, said the Uchiha. Against my will. Who? She will make herself known, said Madara drawing his gun by. I don't have control of my movements. The two rush each other. Naruto slams his sword against the war fan. Each fighting for dominance. Parrying Madara war fan, Naruto throws several kunai forcing his to block it. They quickly explode from the tags on the handles. You better hurry and beat me or your daughter will die. The earth quickly shakes. What's going on? Asked a concerned Naruto. A hole appears below Madara and swallows him and then crushes him. A figure is formed out of the earth of a woman. Gaia. Welcome champion, said the female. The earth cracks around the figures revealing a female with brown hair. Brown eyes and a white toga wielding a halberd. First we don't need that pesky goddess to interfere. She snaps her fingers. On a distant hill Artemis had her arrows notched ready to let it fly when her body becomes paralyzed. Artemis. Shouted Naruto not sensing his wife. What did you do to her? I paralyzed her for an hour so we can have some alone time, said the Titan. As the Titaness of Earth. I have control of the planet including pollen spore. Making a poison out of them was child play. Naruto disappears in a flash and reappears within her guard about to strike her chest. A fist of earth slams into Naruto sending him flying a few feet. A nice attempt, she mocked him. Fire style. Great fire annihilation, shouted the blonde as stream of fire is about to his Gaia, but is blocked by a wall of earth without her moving a slight inch. A tree grows out of nowhere and ensnare Naruto in its branches. A little bit of chakra of wine through his arm slices through the branches. Gaia covers both her arms and Naruto notices some blood that for some reason was black. Naruto jumps back as he notices the blood melting some of the earth. Titan blood. You made me bleed, said the Titanus. I will make you suffer. Lava. Naruto jumps up to tree as lava runs down the hill. Shit. He jumps away as the branches try to impale him. What wrong little godling? Asked Gaia. It's like fighting the whole planet itself, thought the blonde. Naruto takes out 10 kunai and throws them around Gaia. She smiles as she notices not one of them was close to hitting her. Bang. Several kunai explode in flash bang. Gaia feels the worst pain in her immortal life. Rasen Shuriken. Naruto disappears in an yellow flash and reappears hitting her with several of his Rasen Shurikens and kunai. Marking her with several flying thunder god seal. She smiles as she rushes Naruto smearing blood on Naruto opens wounds falling down after then disappearing back into the earth. Naruto take a moment to breath but then feels immense pain in his body. Coughing violently as gold itcher comes out of his mouth. Before he falls down he sees Artemis and Megan running to him. Naruto wakes up and notices he is Apollo's temple. The hell am I doing here? He tries to get up but the pain becomes overwhelming. Apollo runs in. Naruto, stay with me. Go into your god form. Naruto does as told and the pain subsides. What happened to me? You have been poisoned with Titan blood, said Apollo. Isn't the just itcher? Titan blood is toxic to anyone but gods, said Apollo. You have to stay in your god form to survive. But why would that matter? Asked Naruto. You were originally immortal which make you basically immortal when you go on quest, said Apollo. I am aware, said Naruto. I see. Do you have an antidote? I am working on one but at this point you are banned from going on quests, said Apollo. If you become mortal you will die. Naruto closes his eye. I see. That was her plan. What about Megan? She is with Artie, said Apollo. When I get the cure I will let you know. What if Naruto the demi-deity and Artemis, and thanks for watching my video till the end. If you enjoy this content then do consider subscribing to my channel and leave a like if you guys need the next part, comment down and thanks for watching the video and see you guys in the next video.